As a crabber, one of the questions I'm asked most often is, what's the easiest way to crack a stone crab claw to get to the meat? Here I'm going to pick it for my frittata, and I'll just give you a quick rundown of how I do it. Now this is a floater, these are all floaters, and they do differ from picking a full crab, but that'll have to be saved for another video. First, I like to pop off the back, and that gives you this hunk of meat you can pull off just right there. Then you need a handiest tool in the world, kitchen butter knife, which you use the same tool for the full crabs, it's just a little bit different. And I like to kind of just put it in a little twist motion, and that'll pop it off right there. And that will allow you easy access to get to the center knuckle. Just pull that off. Now you take the back of the edge and you want to crack along the jawline. Then you can just pop that right off. And there's a feather that runs through the middle. So to pick it, what you want to do is push against the feather, and the meat will come right up. If you were going to eat it, you would just scrape your teeth down the feather and pull the meat off. But if you want to get big pieces while picking it, that's the easiest way. There you go. Now I'm just going to go ahead and pick the rest of these, and we'll be ready to cook. Here's another tip I would like to point out. You always want to keep your garbage bag right next to the area you're working. That way you can minimize the spray, the mess, the shell shards, everything else. You'll thank yourself if you remember to do that. Let's go ahead and slice up that garlic and the mushrooms. Nice thin slice on the garlic, and some decent thick slices for the mushrooms because they shrink down pretty much. That looks pretty good. Now we'll just cut up the stem. Now we'll just grate up some Jarlsberg cheese. That looks good. We'll save that for a snack. All right, let's get cooking. We'll go ahead and start off by melting some butter. Nice big knob. And I'm going to go ahead and intermittently speed up the video 4x to save some time here. We'll go ahead and add our mushrooms. Let them start getting brown. Meanwhile, we'll go ahead and get our eggs ready. If it starts looking dry, don't worry. You can always just add a little bit more butter. And maybe a little bit of black pepper. Perfect. Looks like our mushrooms are nice and brown now, so we'll go ahead and we'll add our garlic. Just like so. And we'll go ahead and saute that for just a minute. Let the oils start coming out, making it smell real nice in here. Once that starts smelling good, we'll go ahead and add our washed sweet potato greens. Just throw them right in. And then once they're in, we'll go ahead and lid it up and let it steam down for just a couple minutes. As you can see, the greens have started to wilt down just a little bit, so we'll go ahead and fold them in to finish the job. Just give them a quick little toss, get them incorporated into those beautiful mushrooms. Now it's starting to wilt down pretty good. It's always tricky when you're wilting greens in a pan like that. It seems like they always want to stick together in a giant blob in the middle. But we'll go ahead and do our best to get them spread out as much as possible. That's looking pretty good. Now they're starting to shrink down nicely. Spread them out. Now we'll go ahead and grab our eggs. Give them a quick extra little beating and pour it right in. Fold those in, get them working. starting to congeal just a little bit. And we'll go ahead and grab our cheese, put the cheese on there and fold that in. And then lastly, but certainly not leastly, we'll go ahead and grab our fresh picked Florida stone crab meat, the star of the show. And when you fold that in, you want to be really careful, because you don't want to break up the big pieces. As you're eating it, you want great big pieces of crab. So we'll just carefully fold it in, maybe give it a little toss. And once it's folded in and it looks fairly even, we'll go ahead and we'll get it off into our broiler. Now the broiler I use, I can just stick the pan in and the handle sticks out the back. You want to be careful, especially with a non-stick pan like this, because we really don't want to melt that handle. After just a couple minutes in the broiler, 4 or 5 maybe, you can see that it's nice and browned on top. The egg's cooked all the way through. You could just serve it like this and cut wedges and slide it out onto a plate, but I always feel it's a better presentation to be unmolded. So we'll go ahead and free up the edges with a spatula, make sure it's not stuck anywhere. Then we'll take our little serving plate, say a little prayer, and flip it over. There she is, voila! As you can see, it's nice and brown, and now we can just cut wedges and garnish however you would like. And here's our finished product. I decided to go with the sliced avocado. You can see the big pieces of crab in there. You can see the sweet potato greens. Everything's perfectly cooked. I hope you enjoyed it. Please like and subscribe if you liked the video. Thank you.